In this video, I want to share with you a cheat sheet that helped me stop living the typical spend less, save more story. I once thought saving meant just putting money in a jar. Spoiler, it didn't work. I'd save, then dip into it whenever I wanted something. Money surely is energy, and it loves to move. To streamline its movement, I realized I needed a system, not just good intentions and hope. Now, in one of my previous videos, we went through a checklist to identify where we are on the scale of financial independence. It points out what you can do to move from your existing level to a higher one. I'll put a link to that video right here. But today, we're not talking about what you should do. We're diving into how to actually do it. We're focusing on getting to financial stability, which is level 3 of 6. We'll do it step by step with real-life examples so you can steal my homework. So, how do you actually get to the point of stability? Not wealth. We're not there yet, though we're on a good track. Just stability. To stop living from paycheck to paycheck. Number 1, control your cash flow. This is where the magic happens with something known as the 3-bucket method. Think of your income as water flowing into 3 buckets to keep your finances balanced. First, we've got the essentials bucket. This is 50% of your income, covering those non-negotiable expenses like rent, groceries, utilities, and transportation. Here's how I applied it, and so could you. Take your monthly income and multiply it by 0.5. That's your essentials budget. So if you're bringing in $500 a month after taxes, that would be $250. If you make $3,000 a month, you want to keep those essentials under $1,500. I use tools to track this automatically, but I started with a notebook, and it did the trick too. Next up is your growth bucket at 30%. This is where your future self thanks you. It's for investing in knowledge, skill development, and retirement savings. Here's what I do. The moment my paycheck hits, I have an automatic transfer set up. Using our $3,000 example, that's $900 going straight into personal development like an online course that'll boost your career. If your employer contributes to your pension fund, as is common in Europe, you can choose to either leave it as is or add €1 or 2 to a private pension fund. Finally, there's the freedom bucket with 20%. This is your guilt-free spending zone, hobbies, dining out, entertainment, whatever makes you happy. The trick? Keep it in a separate account. With our $3,000 example, that's $600 for fun stuff. Once it's gone, it's gone. No cheating from other buckets. Second thing, build your oh shit fund. That's what Cody Sanchez calls it, and honestly, it's perfect. Here's how a former boss of mine taught me to build it. First, open a high-yield savings account. Keep it separate from your daily money, then make it automatic. I started with just $20 every Friday. True, I sacrificed a coffee or two with friends, and we went for just a walk instead. Use those apps with roundup features. They're amazing. In my case, it was like, buy a coffee for $4.75. The app rounds it to $5 and saves that quarter. It sounds small, but if you're spending around $150 weekly, those roundups add up to an extra $10 to $15 a month without even thinking about it. In Europe, where the famous US coffee chain is even more expensive, this can make an even bigger difference. Your goal? Get to 3 to 6 months of living expenses, depending on your income-expense ratio and the safety of your savings. But break it down. Celebrate that first $1,000, then 1 month's expenses, then 3 months. Each milestone is a win. Third, eliminate debt strategically. This is where the snowball method comes in, and it's a game changer. Here's how it works. List all your debts from smallest to largest. Don't worry about interest rates yet. Just to clarify, I'm talking about debts, not expenses. If accounting feels like a wonderland to you, or if you've never read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, don't worry. I'll create a video at some point and link it here for you. For now, just remember, we're talking about what you owe to someone who expects repayment, whether with or without interest. So, while paying minimums on every debt, throw extra money at the smallest debt. Let's say you've got a $500 credit card debt, a $2,000 car loan, and a $5,000 student loan. Knock out that $500 first. Once it's gone, roll that payment into attacking the $2,000. It's like a snowball getting bigger as it rolls downhill. In fact, the official term is the snowball method. Now, if you're more motivated by saving money on interest, try the avalanche method instead. Tackle the highest interest rates first. Like, crush that 20% credit card before touching your 5% car loan. Personally, I didn't have the money to go down that road, and once I had some, I went to the bank and asked them to treat my deposit in a way that would decrease the base amount. Otherwise, the base remains the same and we keep paying the interest. Banks love that, but we don't. I'm not going to lie, not living paycheck to paycheck and paying off debts requires less scrolling, less TV, and more dedication and discipline. But we don't want to stop there, right? Now that we've got the basics down, let's level up. We're talking about moving from just being stable to having real financial flexibility. This is where things get exciting. First up, automate your first investments. Think of this like setting up a Netflix subscription. But instead of binge-watching shows, you're binge-building wealth. Don't fall for how to make money fast. We're not the central bank. Here's what I did. I've set up recurring transfers to low-cost index funds. It happens right after my paycheck hits. I don't even think about it anymore. Start small, maybe $50 a month. That might not sound like much, but here's the magic. As your income grows, bump up those contributions. I call this the pay yourself first rule. Treat it like a bill you absolutely have to pay, except this bill is building your future wealth. Quick pro tip. If you're like, I don't want to think about any of this, check out robo-advisors. They handle everything based on your goals and risk tolerance. It's like having a financial advisor in your pocket. If you're interested in the details, feel free to drop a comment, as both index funds and the tools I could share here may or may not be licensed to operate in your country of residence. Next, create passive income streams. This is my favorite part, building value that keeps earning you money while you sleep. Let me break down what's worked for me. First, there's real estate. Now, I'm not saying go buy a building. Start small. Maybe rent out that spare room on Airbnb. Not your thing? Look into REITs. That's real estate investment trusts. It's like investing in real estate without dealing with actual tenants. In Asia, however, the REIT market is diverse depending on the country. Then there's digital products. If you know something, anything, well enough, package that knowledge. Don't forget dividend stocks. These are like the gift that keeps on giving. Just a couple of days ago, an insurance agency sent me a letter offering a $45 payout, either as cash or stock. Guess which option I chose? Companies pay you regularly just for owning their stock. The real power move? Reinvest those dividends. It's like compound interest on steroids. Here's the thing about passive income. It usually starts as active work. Yeah, you've got to put in the hours up front. But over time, the work decreases while the money keeps flowing. That's the sweet spot we're aiming for. Finally, let's talk tax efficiency. I know taxes aren't exactly thrilling, but listen, this is how you keep more of what you earn, totally legally and smartly. I decided to view them this way. We appreciate the hard work of teachers in public schools and medical workers in hospitals that aren't publicly owned. The list goes on. It's debatable how much we benefit from that. But I chose to believe that if I give without expectations, it will come back to me in one way or another. First move. Max out those tax-advantaged accounts. They're tax-saving machines. Every dollar you put in these accounts is a dollar less in taxable income. If you've got access to a health savings account, jump on it. It's literally the only account that gives you triple tax advantages. You don't pay taxes when you put money in, when it grows, or when you use it for medical expenses. It's like finding a cheat code in the tax system. Here's what I do. Every January, I spend 30 minutes with an affordable yet capable tax advisor, and we discuss solutions tailored to my country of residence. It's the best money I spend all year. They've helped me find deductions I didn't even know existed. Your future self will thank you when tax season rolls around. Here's the thing about financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't some far-off destination. It's a system you build step by step. What we covered today, that's your foundation. Set up those 3 buckets, automate everything you can, and let your strategy do the heavy lifting. Remember this, your money should work harder than you do. The question is, are you letting it? Drop a comment below if you want me to break down any of these steps further. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more practical financial advice. See you in the next one.